us. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
We are back. I hope you are well. All right. See, it's not quite working the way it's supposed to. That's all right. We're doing some new things. I'm just trying to connect this to my Discord. Not sure it's even happening. So we'll see. Oh, it worked. It worked. Wow. Okay. Cool. So, hey, Michelle, good to see you. Oh, stretchies. Mark Lundholm, who is a semi-famous comedian that nobody knows. Kind of knows. He's a good guy. He's pretty darn funny. March 6th, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. He also would like to go live and take questions and stuff. So got another person booked. I'm doing some training. I've asked to be a professor at a meta university. So just try and check that out. My friend Mark Hope is doing that. I don't care what he does. I'm going to listen. All right. It was kind of cool. I was listening to the trainings and man, he gave me like a 2-minute plug. I'm like, wow. You know, when you get compliments from people that you really respect, man, that's some of the bestest. That and your children and grandchildren. That's some of the bestest in the world. So glad to know my Discord is. They can only chat. I don't even know if you can see the video there. I have no idea. I have no idea how to work Discord. So, but I guess they can chat with me while I'm live. But if they can't see the live, what's the point? What's the point? Oh, at least chat's working. All right. Chat is working today. Got a call earlier. Said private number. Not many people call me from private numbers. And it's not spam. No. Well, actually, I get a couple calls, but they're all government. But I was on the phone booking Mark. And I didn't want to be like, hey, Mark, I got a private number calling me. Do you mind if I, yeah. So, cool. Good stuff. Man. I'm working on getting somebody into treatment. Flippy floppy, flippity flop. Well, I found him something, and now they're like, wait a minute, my Medicaid's gonna be valid on the 15th. Can we look for other places? But the thing is the place that we did find is the one I would probably choose anyway. But when it comes to recovery, all I can really do is suggest. I can even highly recommend, but I cannot tell them what to do. And I tell them, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I know what I'm talking about. So that is up to you. Your recovery is your business. It's yours. It's not my business. Unless you want it to be my business, you know, then you better watch out. Because then I'll tell you what to do. I'm kidding. I'm not going to. No, because then you'll come back. You told me to do this and it didn't work. Well, you also didn't follow directions. I told you to do it this way. I didn't say make up your own shit and then try it. Silly alcoholics. Sillies. Welcome to Daily Trudge. Welcome. My name's Dion, other AKA or also known as the Podfather. I'm going to take on that name. Fuck it. People seem to like it. It fits me. Yeah. So I use it. Even ChatGPT agreed with me. That's the problem with ChatGPT. It agrees with everything. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Okay. Just a reminder, do not use ChatGPT for therapy. It does not work because it's just going to tell you what you want to hear. It might. I don't know. I don't want to go test it. I want to do that because I have my ChatGPT set up for what I do. If I start throwing weird things at it, it's going to be like, it's going to take that stuff and it's going to utilize it in other things. And yeah, that's not going to work out very well for anyone, for me, for you. Right. So, we talk a lot about the dysfunctional family, the parts, the place that you were, the identity that you were in the dysfunctional family. So I thought today we'd do the reverse of that and talk about the recovered family. Families do recover. I watched it. My family is recovered. It is. Did I do it? I didn't do all the work. Somebody had to start setting the example. All right. Whether that example was don't do it the way that I did it. That could be one example. All right. I do that with my kids. Hey, you remember when Dad did this, and this? Yeah. Yeah. Remember how well it didn't work out? Yeah. Yeah. Let's not do that. No. My kids are actually happy for me. Kind of cool. I've got some neat things going on. Not sure if it's going to happen or not, but I might be on a podcast with my favorite drummer, Chad Gracie. We'll see. It's another long shot, but if Barbara replied to my story, what is going on here? Yeah, it's this one reel. It's just taken off. It's got over 1,000 views. That's weird. Okay. Sorry. Got a little sidetracked there. If I'm so good, then where is everybody at? No, I don't want to go to the coming to the actual live is kind of, Now, if you come here and you don't say anything, I won't even really know that you're here, just so you know. Okay? If you don't say anything, I'm not going to know that you're here. And I don't go hunting to find out who watched the Daily Trudge. And I do my best not to keep track of how many people like my stuff and things like that. I'm just not about the promotion. Even though I'm working on promoting my show, it is so hard to do. Right? How do you promote yourself without being an egotistical, self-centered alcoholic? It's hard to do. All right. So this is actually today's daily reflection also, but I wanted to take it a little bit further. You folks know me, so there's going to be a little bit there's going to be no, there's not. No, yes, there is, because I have from this. I was just looking at the wrong date. I was looking at tomorrow's. So, the treasures of the past, showing others who suffer how we were given help is the very thing which makes life seem so worthwhile to us now. Cling to the thought that in God's hands, the dark past is the greatest possession you have, the key to life and happiness for others. With it, you can avert death and misery for them. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 124. Now we'll get more into that once I read the big book. There's a little bit more, okay? There's a part in there that we're going to read when we get to the big book where it says that we feel that each family who has been relieved of this curse owes, and you do, or you don't get to keep it. It's the same concept. A group, an AA group, will not thrive. It will not grow. It will not stick around if it is not giving away what it has. The group will fail also. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 124. What a gift it is for me to realize that all those seemingly useless years were not wasted. The song by the Eagles called Wasted Time. Was it wasted? You hear that a lot, especially older people coming in to the program. And I can say that because I'm older. When I got here, I was 45. Not older yet, still. Yeah, I'm a little bit older. All right. I wasted all these years. Wasted all this time. Did you? Then let's make use of what we have right now. Then what do we have to make use of right now? Right? We cannot sit around and beat ourselves up because we thought we wasted all this time. Are you sure? Maybe this is when God wanted you to get sober. Are you sure? Okay. Then let's take that down to one day at a time. What can you do today to make your life better, to make your children's life better, your dog's life better, your cats, your neighbors? Start there. Start with you. Because you can't go around telling people, hey, try it this way, try it that way, if you have not tried it yourself. Right? What a gift it is for me to realize that all those seemingly useless years were not wasted. The most degrading and humiliating experiences turn out to be the most powerful tools in helping others to recover. In knowing the depths of shame and despair, I can reach out with a loving and compassionate hand and know that the grace of God is available to me. Yeah, all you have to do is ask. But I don't deserve it. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't get to determine that anyway. When you're out getting a gift for somebody else, do you determine their value based on the gift? No. If you're making a handmade gift for somebody, are you saying, well, this person only gets an hour of my time, this person gets 2 hours? Is that no, you don't. All right, it's the same thing here. So we're going to go to the big book and do a chapter we do not read very often, the family afterward. All right. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to start at the very beginning. We will end probably around 124 where we're doing the original reading, but we're going to go back to page 122. And we're going to cover some parts that never get talked about. All right. The family afterward, our women folk have suggested certain attitudes a wife may take with the husband who is recovering. Perhaps they created the impression that he is to be wrapped in cotton wool. Hey, oh, that's what it was. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, I got a towel application you submitted. You wanted to attend the virtual open call tomorrow. Which time works for you? 9, 12, or 3? You know what this is for? It's to be an extra on Tulsa King. Oh, one of my sponsees is going to love that. That'd be cool, huh? Right? Your last story got 19 views before it. Okay, whatever. All right. Well, that'd be cool if I was an extra on Tulsa King. Yes, it would be. Or it might be for the Elizabeth Saint. I signed up for that too. To read scary stories. So, all right. Anyway, perhaps they created the impression that he is to be wrapped in cotton wool and placed on a pedestal. Yeah, don't do that. Not gonna work. Stop protecting the alcoholic from his antics. This is why I'm not big on harm reduction. I do see the need for harm reduction. I'm not going to sit here and harp on harm reduction. I'm not. Because I don't think I have all the information. Okay. But at the same time, it uses resources that we could use to people that want to get sober right now. I could say that. And we need, I got an invite to the Adams County Behavioral Health. They're having a meeting tomorrow. Okay. And this is for the board. It doesn't have anything to do with detox or anything else I've been doing. But these are the same people. And now I'm going to come at them from a different angle. Because they're like, what's your question? I'm like, well, we're dead last in recovery services. What are you going to do about besides give us harm reduction? Because it's all that they've done. And we need more than that. And they're considering harm reduction as prevention. And that's not prevention. Prevention is stopping it before it happens. We need real prevention. That is not prevention. Right? At the same time, I understand wanting to help other people out. But to me, it is verging on codependencies. I don't have people here. Yeah, you can come over to my house. What it reminds me of is that cool mom when you were a teenager who said, well, I'd rather see you guys drink here. And then they get in trouble for giving alcohol to underage minors. See? All right. Anyway, take it for however you want. All right. Successful readjustment means the opposite. All members of the family should meet upon a common ground of tolerance, understanding, and love. This involves a process of deflation. Do you think that the alcoholic's the only selfish person in this family? Nah. Every person that grows up in an alcoholic family is selfish in some form. That's why it is called a dysfunctional family. Now, they were taught this. A lot of them were taught this behavior, that they were supposed to act that way. All right. So, no, the alcoholic is not the only sick person. Every single person in the family, there's a good chance that they have a spiritual malady. Good chance of it. Why is that? The alcoholism. Okay. But it takes a tribe for alcoholism and or its recovery. Both sides. Okay. The alcoholic, his wife, his children, his in-laws, each one is likely to have fixed ideas about the family's attitude towards himself or herself. Each is interested in having his or her wishes respected. We find the more one member of the family demands that the other concede to him, the more resentful they become. This makes for discord and unhappiness. Good job, Amber. Amber got her taxes done today. Good job. I have not gotten my taxes done this year, and I will not be doing my taxes this year. I am making money. My wife, on the other hand, right? Here's a little clue. Here's a little thing. Maybe you are in a marriage where the other spouse owes child support and they keep taking your taxes. Maybe somebody has something that happened outside of the marriage, but the other person owes and they're taking your taxes. What you need to do is you need to fill out an injured spouse form and put it with your taxes. So that way they won't take it. Just a little hint. Right? Okay. So, and why is it not because each wants to play the lead? Is not each trying to arrange the family show to his liking? Is he not unconsciously trying to see what he could take from the family life than rather than give? And this is all true. These are all selfish people to varying degrees. Yeah. Including the codependent. Codependency is extremely selfish. Codependency kills other people. I don't know. Scott and I waited to get married till we got our own BS in order. Fair. That's fair, Amber. And respectful. That's very respectful. Great thinking. All right. Cessation of drinking is but the first step away from a highly strained, abnormal condition. A doctor said to us, years of living with an alcoholic is almost sure to make any wife or child neurotic. The entire family is, to some extent, ill. Amber says, this is my last year filing single. Congratulations. I think. Right? So, to some extent, it'll let families realize as they start their journey that all will not be fair weather. Right? I'm going to use my own family because I grew up with two brothers and a sister. Okay. Out of these, one of them got help. Okay. The other one has decided to get sober. He's going the Buddha route. I think it's awesome. Good on him. Right. May try and discover. But I found it's my oldest brother that refuses to change. He's still in denial. He's still in denial about everything that happened in our family. And he has a master's in psychology. Yeah. Denial can run deep. Education does not wipe out denial. All right. He refused to see that he was sick too. And it still comes out. He still acts like that part, which is the hero. He's very good at it. Very smart. Yeah, smarter than me. In fact, I think all my brothers and sisters are probably smarter than me. Unless it comes to the streets, unless it comes to changing and becoming a different person. In which case, I'm the educated one on that because it comes from my experience. Right? Now, these are both valid. Education, very, very much. I need education. I need to learn. All right. But I had to get myself to a place first. All right. Amber says, I have two perfumes. They're great separate. One day I combined them together. It was right before going to the football game. The smell will always remind me of football. Okay. I thought that was going to be a different story. All right, so that not all will be fair weather. Each in his turn may be footsore, may straggle. There may be alluring shortcuts and bypaths down which they may wander and lose their way. Suppose we tell you some of the obstacles a family will meet. Suppose we suggest how they may be avoided, even converted to good use for the others. The family of the alcoholic longs for the return of happiness and security, if they ever had it. My kids didn't get that part until I got sober. They didn't get happiness and security beforehand. It didn't, unfortunately. So anyway, doesn't mean it didn't happen. They remember when father was romantic, thoughtful, and successful. No, that never happened. I have to admit it. Right? Now, for a lot of people, this is the way it works. You got married, you had children, had a great time, went to Disneyland, Disney World, did these things. I did not do that. I ran. Even in my sobriety, I ran. Right? So that means I have new things to present to the kids. That doesn't mean that this still shouldn't happen, right? So today's life is measured against that of other years, and when it falls short, the family may be unhappy. Now, this is where it's good for me, because if they're going to be measured against the other years, then I'm way ahead of the game. Okay, so see how that still worked out for me. It still becomes true. Okay, so family confidence in dad is rising high. The good old days will soon be back, they think. Sometimes they demand that dad bring them back instantly. God, they believe, almost owes this recompense on a long overdue account. I get that. But the head of the house has spent years pulling down the structures of business, friendship, health. These things are now ruined or damaged. Now, I went through this as a child, but not as an adult. I went through a lot of this when my mom got sober. I was expecting some happiness and stuff to return. Didn't happen right away, right? And at one point, I got very, very angry because I didn't get the recognition that I was wanting for covering everything. They gave that recognition to my brother, and I was pissed. And they asked me about it. Dion, why are you so angry? And at one point, I actually found a place in Dion that could tell the truth, and I told him the truth. I said, hey, Dion, why are you punching walls? Because you taught me how to punch walls. That's what Wendell does. I thought that's what we were supposed to do. Dion, why are you so angry? Because I did all this. You don't even recognize. And now you're taking it over without any thought process to knowing how it's done. Aha. See, in my mind, she was doing it wrong. I wasn't the adult here. I told them that I was very angry with them, with how they treat me. I said a lot of things. And a week later, they put me in Comitas Crisis Center. And I was removed from the house. So why should I ever tell the fucking truth again? I learned how to become very, very deceptive at that point because the truth fucked my life. Everybody else in the family was lying. I was telling the truth. I'm the one that got the consequence. Truth equaled consequence. See, they taught me something else. This is an alcoholic family. Do I blame them for that? No, my mom was still in early recovery. And the man that raised me, he just doesn't fucking care about me. So there's that, right? It will take time to clear away the wreck. Though old buildings will eventually be replaced by finer ones, the new structures may take years to complete. Father knows he is to blame. He is not fully to blame, but, a good 97%. So close enough to 100, right? It may take him many seasons of hard work to be restored financially, but shouldn't be reproached. What is all this talk about money? I still don't make much money, but my kids do not give me a hard time about it. Of course, they see what I go through. They see what I do. I give a lot of my time to the community. And I do that because I'm on government assistance, man. I owe people that you don't work. Bullshit, I don't work. Bullshit. I double dog dare you to do what I do. Double dog dare you. Come join me. Do it for a week. After a week, you're going to be like, where's the money coming from? Oh. It's going to scare the fuck out of you. Anyway. Yeah. I work front lines, man. It's not easy. It was a calling. And we all have our places, right? Because I wouldn't want to do what you're probably doing either. So thank you for doing that so I can do what it is that I get to do. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't care what job you have. You're out there supporting, doing this. You're an ass kicker. Absolutely. All right. Perhaps he will never have much money again. Never did before. So that expectation's pretty low. But the wise family will admire him for what he was trying to be, rather for what he is trying to get. Now and then, the family will be plagued by specters from the past. For the drinking career of almost every alcoholic has been marked by escapades, funny, humiliating, shameful, or tragic. I know I just been talking a lot about how I didn't go through this, but that has not happened either. I kept that whole side of my life separate from my kids. And there ain't nobody from my old life that is searching to seek Dion to talk to him. No one from my old life is searching for Dion. I guarantee it. And if they are, it is only to see how bad I am doing. Right? But it might happen. It might happen. So, what's the suggestion? The first impulse will be to bury these skeletons in a dark closet and padlock the door. Nope. Now I can actually think, okay, a different idea came to me. What if I'm talking to a newcomer and I have to talk about something that happened in my past that was a dark specter? Ah, that has happened to me plenty of times, but I still bring it up. I will talk about it. All right. So it does come up. The family may be possessed by the idea that future happiness can be based only on forgetfulness of the past. That's how a lot of people in my family think. At least I should actually say I assume that, and it would be an assumption. We think that such a view is self centered and in direct conflict with the new way of living. Henry Ford once made a wise remark to the effect that experience is the thing of supreme value in life. That is only true if one is willing to turn the past into good account. We grow by our willingness to face and rectify errors and convert them into assets. The alcoholic's past thus becomes the principal asset of the family, and frequently it is almost the only one. Yeah, it's true. And I'm not saying that, my kids have gone through their own stuff too, and they're old enough now that, you know, they have their dark specters too. Right. So that means when it comes to, my kids, I'm the one with the dark specters. When it comes to their kids, they're the ones with it. All right. Just depends on which area you're in at the present moment. When I go to my mom's house, it's my mom's specters that haunt the family, not mine. Well, some of them are mine. Oh, you killed the family. I'm like, you kicked me out of the family when I was 14. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't get both. I wasn't even there. That's the problem. You kicked me out. I was the problem. I was a problem child. I made life very difficult for my parents. Okay. And most of what happened, now I don't even want to say most. A lot of what happened, I did earn. Yeah. I don't believe in physical violence. None of that was earned. No. That was just my dad taking his anger out on me because he had a rough day at work. And his wife was an alcoholic. All right. The painful past may be of infinite value to other families still struggling with their problems. We think each family who has been relieved owes something to those who have not. And when the occasion requires, each member of it should be only too willing to bring up former mistakes, no matter how grievous, out of their hiding places. We do that all the time. So we have to be the first ones willing to do it if we want the family to follow along. And I don't care if you're male or female or whatever. If you're the alcoholic, you're probably the person in the house that's kind of leading things. Doesn't matter, male or female, doesn't matter. Right? Showing others who suffer how we were given help is the very thing which makes life seem so worthwhile to us now. Cling to the thought that in God's hands, the dark past is the greatest possession you have, the key to life and happiness for others. With it, you can avert death and misery for them. How many people in this world get to take their grievous stuff, turning it into an asset, which then creates hope for other people? Why am I now, God, why am I an alcoholic? Because your past can help avert death. Your past can help somebody decide not to commit suicide. Oh, that doesn't happen. Your story, if your story helps give somebody a little bit of hope to quit drinking, you've helped them avert suicide. Because when we die by drinking, that is suicide. It is. You knew it was hurting you, and you continue doing it. Call it suicide on the installment plan. All right. I think that's going to be it for this one. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate it. I love you. Yeah, no, I do. Peace out and keep